Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and your Sunday series. Today it's going to be a best of 5 between Zest and Innovation from Homestory Cup 2018, the second one that wrapped up a couple of weeks ago. And game number 1 will be on Blue Shift. Top right-hand corner, we have the red Protoss player. It is Zest, one of the best Protoss players on planet Earth. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the blue Terran player Innovation, one of the best Terran players on planet Earth. Elk requested a PvT in the current meta, so basically you're welcome, Elk. Hope you enjoy it. Alrighty then. Basically, this patch is very, very large. It affected very, very many things. Disruptors are back to their old ways, and oh man. Innovation is proxying, and the probe finds it. The probe finds it. Oh, Zest. Zest, you're so good. You're so good at this game. Forces the cancel, forces the SCV to flee, has to throw down a barracks inside his own base. It is woefully delayed right now, and Zest has the major upper hand. The other differences in this PvT series will feature Widow Mines. They can permacloak when burrowed as long as they have the Drilling Claws upgrade. We also have an upgrade to battle cruisers, which can now fire while moving. I don't know if we'll see those at all. They don't seem all that great against Protoss, if we're honest. Tempest are still fantastic against them, just that massive damage from range that battle cruisers can't really do much about. If they try to jump on top, it's not a good place to be. There's going to be Marines. There's going to be Vikings involved, or not Vikings, but there's going to be Stalkers involved there too. Is there a probe up here? Ah, there is a probe. And another thing is they made it a little bit easier to target workers that are working on stuff. There we go. While they're building, strangely enough. So, this Reaper's name is going to be Carlos Garcia de Dios Martinez Romero III. Carlos Garcia de Dios Martinez Romero III was a Spanish cinematographer working on a low-budget, non-union independent film in Brooklyn, New York, when Earth was invaded by the Zerg. Forming a temporary and fragile alliance to fend off the invasion, all the major superpowers on Earth drafted into the military, all art majors with bachelor's degrees, and sent Carlos Garcia de Dios Martinez Romero III to the Reaper program, where he must now survive the duration of a seemingly endless war so that he may, one day, return to the film world and win an Oscar for the artful manner in which he lit Oliver Platt in a bathtub. I feel like that's a real dude. I don't know. I'm not sure who submitted that one. To be honest, does not feel like a standard Reaper name, but this is Carlos Garcia. We're going to call him Carlos from this point on, but it's going to be a Stalker. It's almost out here for Zest, and is he really? The Reaper's delayed. Oh, there's an Adept out already. Okay, so that probe does manage to flee. Adept wants to get a shot off. Does get one shot off here, and then hoofing it as fast as you can to try to chase him on out with his dual Reaper, and he does manage to escape there. So expansion already done for Zest. This is looking really bad for Innovation. He needs to do some kind of a big old one-base push, or he's just going to lose this thing. It's going to be 2 base to 1 base, and in a TVP, if you're down a base, it is so bad. So bad for you here. Whereas, like in a TVZ, you're down a base to a Zerg, it's not a big deal. You're actually in a pretty good spot. But in TVP, 2 bases pumping out workers for the Protoss, where you just have the one for Innovation. That is not good news at all. But he's going for a Widow Mines. He's got a Cyclone. Oh, I forgot. Cyclones are greatly enhanced. They have the lock-on ability for ground units now, which is so good. It can take down a Stalker in 1 lock-on ability. It's beautiful. It's really amazing stuff here. One good proxy deserves another, says Zest. Throwing at the proxy along the left side. Stalker's going to push out. I like the number of Stalkers we have here. That mag field accelerator upgrade is on the way from Innovation, though, and that doubles the damage done by the lock-on ability. It's so dangerous. Incredibly so. Reaper going to move on into an unprotected mineral line here, and actually forcing the Stalkers back, and oh man, is he actually gonna, wow, he actually does force all the Stalkers out of position, makes it into the main base alive. The Stalkers do take him down, but now we have a front. We have a bit of a contain attempted here by Innovation. Widow Mine does take down one of the Stalkers, and gonna try it. One of the Widow Mines does get taken down, as it doesn't have the upgrade for Drilling Claws yet. Here's your lock-on, and watch this. Oh, actually moving them out of range very nicely. Widow Mine target fired. Another one target fired. Dodging very nicely. Zest, you're so good. Ooh, and actually bringing a probe in to absorb that shot. That was really good stuff. Look at him. Oh, Widow Mines actually forced to unburrow there. Lock-on ability taking down a Stalker. There's an Observer now here too. The Widow Mines are out. I think Zest it really has this game under control right now. It's 59 to 48 supply. It's very early in the game. Observer does get picked off by the lock-on. Very nicely done. Got some SCVs at the front. Got some more Widow Mines here too. That Magfield Accelerator upgrade is done. And now look at how fast these Stalkers go down. Oh my gosh, they die so fast. Immortal in production here too, but Immortals versus lock-on is not very good. Zealots trying to hack down this Widow Mine. They do get the Widow Mine, but the lock-on versus the Zealots is even really good. Those tanky, really high health pool units here are still taking so much damage from this. Barrier being enacted on that Immortal because they're taking some shots here. This is an intense little situation we've got right now. More Cyclones showing up, more Widow Mines. We've got a Marine in here too. Probes getting pulled. Zest knows he's up. He could afford to lose some of these probes because this is an all-in out of his Terran opponent. If this can be held by Zest, he just wins right now because he has 2 bases. He's up 10 workers. But his army is smaller, but he is being given a lot of time here. Innovation has not killed enough stuff yet. Hasn't killed any production facilities. We've got 3 shield batteries back here that really Zest has not used at all. Honestly, 1 Widow Mine does manage to burrow. It doesn't fire at anything. This lock-on ability is going to get one of the Immortals. It's so good, you guys. I am not kidding when I say the lock-on ability is incredible. Depth gets taken down. This is amazing stuff out of Innovation. Right now, all bunch of SCVs showing up. Yeah, man, this is a lot of SCVs. There is no expansion going on back home from the Terran player. This is what he has. These are his buildings that he's building stuff with right now. Absolutely insane. Gonna still fighting in here with the Stalkers. Gonna target fire down some of the SCVs. SCVs are repairing the Widow Mines. Interestingly enough, Widow Mine does get focused down there, repairing each other. Oops, Cyclone's getting picked off from distance here too, though. SCV's getting killed. Widow Mine's firing on Stalkers, but suddenly there's a good number of Stalkers here and an Immortal. The Immortal is sitting on 7 kills. Widow Mine fire takes down 2 Stalkers before he's picked off there. More reinforcements coming in here from Innovation, but I just feel like Zest has this under control. He's got it under control now, you guys. It has been a bloodbath on both sides, but he's happily mining from his natural base. His main base is fully saturated. He's making Immortals. He's making 3 more Warp Gates so he can spend the money that he has coming in right now and just defending with very, very injured units. Not super injured. I mean, this Stalker has exactly 2 hit points and a bunch of shields, but the HP count is not super high. I like how this Pylon's been sitting here for a while. Zest might be able to just kind of warp in a couple Zealots. Maybe wander them on in here and see what we can do. Another engagement at the front. Once again, Widow Mine's trying to burrow in here. They are... Oh, that was more of a friendly fire shot. The Zealot absorbed it. Yeah, man. Another Widow Mine shot. Nice dodge. Picking up the Immortal to save it from that shot. Another one down, and that's your good game. And Zest is your winner in game number 1. What a crazy, crazy battle that was. Just all the action happened right here. It really started... Okay, someone's still here. I don't know who. But it really started when Innovation went for the proxy, which we do see a lot of. We see a lot of that from Terrans in the current patch. We saw it in BlizzCon too before the patch was released, go figure. But yeah, we saw that, and Zest scouted it, man. He knew there were going to be proxies. He felt it in his bones. He happened to get there way, way earlier than I think he even expected to. Took down the barracks, slowed down everything that Innovation was trying to do. Innovation was basically kind of stuck responding with a 1 base all-in at that point. And it just went really well for Zest. It was amazing control from Innovation. Innovation is playing as well as he has in a long time right now, you guys. He's a very terrifying Terran player. He started streaming again, too, by the way. You search Innovation on Twitch. You'll find him. I actually threw him a follow and actually got gifted a sub to him by Somicron. So that was... I'm actually officially subbed to Innovation. It's a lot of fun. He's so good. He's been messing around with Cyclones and battle cruisers and stuff. I think he's more experimenting on the ladder than anything else, but... You know, still top 10 GM ladder in Korea, even when he's messing around. So, great player. But Zest, man, I don't know what else I can say about Zest. He handled that as well as you can. Sure, he lost a couple Stalkers to Widow Mines. Sure, his control wasn't perfect, but in the end there were some beautiful dodges. Picking up that Immortal to get inside the Warp Prism when there was a Widow Mine shot on it, that was fantastic. So, great job by him. We still have more games to go, though, you guys. This is a best of 5. It is your Sunday series. And let's see what Game 2 is going to look like. Okay, we're back. It's Cerulean Fall, the Ladder Edition. Going to be more Zest than Innovation. Protoss top right, Terran bottom left. And how is your Sunday going, you guys? Let me know in the comments. My Sundays are pretty much filled with casting StarCraft2 and taking my kids over to friends' houses and cleaning and taking my kids to the store to spend the allowance and the money they earned shoveling snow. Yes, it's snowing a lot here in Utah at this time of year, and my driveway is huge, and I know that's a first world problem, but maybe I need to invest in a snowblower. We just have a couple of snow shovels, and I don't know. I can just kind of feel like shoveling snow builds character. That's what Calvin's dad and Calvin and Hobbes used to say. Anything hard builds character, and my dad is basically Calvin's dad, which is basically patterned after Bill Watterson, the creator of Calvin and Hobbes. If you have never read Calvin and Hobbes before, I cannot encourage you to do so any more than this. It is the most important comic strip I have ever read in my entire life. Taught me a lot. Taught me a lot of vocabulary words, taught me a lot about life, taught me a lot about philosophy and science. And it's really hilarious as well. Consistently funny. Watterson is one talented dude. Hung it up after 10 years. Said, I don't want the quality to slip, so 10 years it is. And never merchandised Calvin and Hobbes, you guys. Never. There were offers for millions, I'm sure millions of tens of millions of hundreds of millions of dollars he could have earned from Calvin and Hobbes by selling Hobbes plushie toys and Calvin action figures and whatnot, and he just never did. The guy, he just had values. He had values and he adhered to them. Alright, so it's a bit of a proxy here out of innovation, but not really. Like, the probe's like, what's going on right now exactly? Is he actually going to see this? No, not going to see it. Reaper's going to come in and smash you in the face. Reaper's name is Falcon Paladin. Falcon was bored with casting StarCraft games and decided to strap on a Reaper suit. After killing multiple workers, he survived until the end of the game and resumed casting on this very video, or was revived in that Nova healing device. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, Reaper, he's got 1 kill already, so he needs 2 for this to be accurate. But a Stalker's patrolling here. Cerulean Fall, you can't jump up this because it's 2 levels high. There's nowhere to come in except for this ramp. It's a really bad Reaper map, actually. Really terrible for Reapers. That said, it's pretty much the only scouting option you have early. Unless you want to SCV scout, and who wants to do that? Hop up, hop down, run, don't die, Falcon. You got this thing. Does have the 1 kill and 18 HP. Natural base coming down for innovation now, too. The natural base already just about complete here for Zest. So Zest Man doing very well for himself. He's got a Stargate coming in inside the main base, and it is going to be more Cyclone stuff with a Starport coming up for innovation on the other side of the map. Zealots patrolling. They look kind of funny. Their braids flipping around back and forth between them. Actually, do they? Oh, going in for the scout. He's checking the probe count here in the natural base. Come on, Falcon. You can do it. You can live. Oh, what? That was garbage. That Stalker did not have vision on that Reaper. He hopped. He landed. He was on the high ground. Oh, actually, he did, because this is providing... I guess this is providing vision. Fine, it was okay. Still, that Stalker range seemed mighty suspect. I call hacks. Alright, so, in case you didn't know, Somicron and I are playing 2v2s on the StarCraft2 ladder every Tuesday and Thursday at twitch.tv/FalconPaladin. If you want to watch us play, if you want to watch us do stuff and be terrible at macro, but be able to win early games with some of our shenanigans, because he's a Zerg and I'm a Zerg, and anyway, he's converted to Zerg now. Again, come check it out. Hang out with us. Tuesdays, Thursdays, around 11 p.m. Eastern, sometimes earlier than that. Pro comes in. Stalker aggression here, and there's only 2... Oh, just kidding. I was going to say 2 Marines and a Cyclone. The lock-on ability really wounding that Stalker quite nicely. Zealots are just slow. They're trying to get hacks off. You know what? They're going to take down a Marine here. Marines are taking some serious shots. 2 more down. Another Stalker can die here, but no. No, the Marines, rather. Another Marine can die. Their Stalkers don't feel like it. However, 1 kill and 3 kills each. And throwing up a second, or third and fourth gases, going for a Twilight Council and a Forge. And what is the Stargate for? Hey, where's my Oracle? Here's my Oracle. My Oracle is actually... Why are you patrolling? What are you looking for here? That is a really weird place to patrol. This I understand. This is looking for drops. But the Oracle is just playing base defense, which, what? I had a name for this Oracle and everything, but I don't... If she's not going to move out... There's a Cloak Banshee here trying to do some stuff. Does have a kill. Revelation tossed down. Again, Revelation... Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it wasn't trying to see if the Banshee was going to show up. And then throw down Revelation on it, and then the Phoenix would kill it. But it showed up at the natural base instead. Got a probe kill, which... 3... Actually, hold your horses. Yeah. 3 total. No, but that probe died. Okay, so no SCVs killed, but 3 probes killed. That's right. So 1 scouting, 1 here that came along for the attack, and 1 from a Banshee. That's our number. That's our 3. So here comes Innovation again. 2 bases. Got some tanks this time, bringing some SCVs. Very aggressive play from the Terran player. I guess he really hates playing against Storm and late game Protoss in general. Ooh, there's your tank fire, though. That is what you need to worry about if you're Protoss, is this tank fire. The Cybernetics core getting relentlessly shelled right now. Banshee in here as well. Nope, she gets absolutely picked off. And there are a couple of bunkers coming up. Nope, SCVs. Are all the SCVs dead? No, there's still one here. Desperately trying to finish this bunker. Taking shots from the Stalkers, forcing a cancel on the 1. The other one going to die here too. This is pretty good defense here from Zest, but these 2 tanks are problematic for the Protoss player right now. Additional Stalkers on the way and an Immortal. They're going to try to focus down the tank while taking shots from the Cyclone and the Marines. They get one of the tanks. Banshee's absolutely doing damage right now, though. This is not looking good for Zest at all. He's got the shield battery, but it's out of energy. Cannot do any healing at this moment in time. Still continuing to relentlessly fire here. This siege tank has 4 kills. Very brave. Another Banshee. 3rd Banshee of the game. That Immortal comes out, tries to focus down. The tank gets the tank, but the Immortal dies as well. I think that's a trade that Innovation would make, honestly. Cyber Core is going to die. No more Adepts, no more Stalkers for you, and no more Sentries either. Another tank shows up. I just don't think that Zest has enough to defend right now, you guys. This is not going well for him at all. Another Immortal is being Chrono Boost, but this is going to matter. It's actually taking direct tank fire. Oh, man. Here we go. Zest pushing on down, and that's your good game. Innovation ties it up. Ties it up 1-1 there. Better attack that time from the Terran player. He was just able to get a right on up with the tanks. Have 2 base economy running. 49 workers this time compared to the 47 of Zest. Got some bunkers at the front. Brought some SCVs. The tanks were just magnificent. How many kills do you have? 6. 6 kills on this guy. That's ended up with 7. Ended up with 7. Fantastic. Just really, really cost effective for sure. All right, we're tied up going into game number 3 here between these 2 players. Pretty short games, 1 and 2, but we'll see how the other ones match up. And we'll be right back. Aight, got more of these guys on Lost and Found. Bottom left Terran, top right Protoss. And I kind of feel like Innovation's going to keep pressuring Zest until Zest proves he can stop it. Well, he did stop it in game number 1, but it was 2 bases to 1, and Innovation kind of almost pushed through. So Innovation's feeling pretty confident about these new Cyclones. I kind of feel like they're going to be nerfed, you guys. Just a lot of damage, especially with that mag field accelerator upgrade. And once again, SCV going out to do a proxy this time. Not a fake out, not a fake out for Zest, an actual proxy. And here we go. Here's the SCV. This is the Find the Proxy by the Terran. It's a game that everybody likes to play in the current patch of Legacy of the Void. Hey, have you ever listened to the Falcon Paladin Hour? I put out so much content, you guys. It's probably too much for anybody to watch. Does anybody watch all my casts and listen to the Falcon Paladin Hour and watch my streams? I don't think so. I give you probably too much to handle, but it's a lot. It's a lot of options. And the Falcon Paladin Hour is a weekly podcast with me and Somicron, an Australian. We talk about video games and TV shows and books and movies and all sorts of nerdy stuff. Big talk about Fallout 76 in the most recent episode. Just some of the gamer hate that's come towards Bethesda on that one. We've also talked about movies such as The Last Jedi, such as Infinity War. A new trailer for Infinity War 2 dropped just recently, just a couple days ago. Everyone's very excited about that. We've got a release date on that. Captain Marvel's coming out. I love Captain Marvel. I really do. Captain Marvel is a great hero. She's very, very fun, and she's grumpy, which is nice. I kind of like the grumpy superheroes because, I don't know, a lot of them are just relentlessly positive, and I have a problem with that. I understand they're role models, but they don't feel human if they're relentlessly positive, you know what I mean? Anyway, Reaper coming out here. This Reaper's name is Husky. Born Mike Lamond was a pioneering gaming commentator who helped jettison to popularity the second installment of a beloved Blizzard RTS franchise. After years of casting war strategy matches, his videos were stumbled upon by the Terran army and mistaken for exhibiting real-world strategic military insight. Husky was subsequently abducted by a raid of cloaked ghosts in the middle of a late-night cast who EMP'd his computer before his final video could be saved and entered him into the Reaper programmer. He was forced to sign an NDA, prohibiting him from ever casting matches or discussing the circumstances of his mysterious disappearance. Husky must now live the rest of his days wandering an endless blight of war, performing menial scouting reconnaissance, never to return to the fans from which he was so cruelly torn. Wow. All right, so 1 kill for you. Got that probe that was scouting earlier. Probe did not end up scouting this stuff, but that's okay. I mean, honestly, I think Zest is fine at this stage of the game. The Reaper's alive, though. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff from him. And the tech of choice is going to be another Stargate here from Zest. So Stargate opening, likely going to be an Oracle of some kind. Is going to move it down is the question. The problem is Lock-On is so good against Oracles. And with the Magfield Accelerator here, 800 damage on the entire Lock-On. It does take a while for the entire Lock-On to fire, but you don't need the whole thing to complete to kill an Oracle, especially if it has the Magfield Accelerator upgrade. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. If the Oracle's going to stay home and play defense again, which honestly would not be a horrible choice, but look at this, man. 1 base in it. Again, here is innovation. He's got 1 base. He's got 25 workers. I don't think he's going to bother making any more SCVs unless he needs to bring some up to help with this all-in. Husky taking some shots to the face there. Lock-On, gonna wipe out him. Look at this, how fast his adept dies. Bam. Upgrade isn't even done yet. Oh, Husky takes one right to the face. Another Lock-On does end up getting canceled. Widowmine, gonna fire on a probe. That's why the probe comes in. And Widowmine picked off here. Nicely done, Oracle. Wow, Widowmine firing on the Oracle there. I just haven't really felt the need to name these Oracles because they just play defense and they die. They're not all that aggressive at all. Another Oracle comes in. Another Widowmine shot removes the Oracle from existence. Another Widowmine shot here. Good gravy, Miss Maybe. The thing, again, for Zest is he's on 2 base versus 1 base. Bunker's trying to get tossed up. He is warping in. He's making another Oracle here. I don't know if that's the answer for you, man. That Magfield Accelerator is amazing. He's got it. It's 800 damage. Shield battery is up. Does he have enough? Oh, actually, forced to pull the probe. He can't let these bunkers finish is the problem. Widowmine's actually... No friendly fire there. Very smartly played there by Innovation, pulling his guys back. Zealot probes here to fight. Fighting with the Cyclones, doing a great job right now. SCVs are dying, but so many probes are dying. It's 23 to 24 workers. Bunkers are finished. Is there anyone to fill them at all? No. There's nobody who can fit inside a bunker except for an SCV, and he doesn't want to be there. He wants to be repairing. Is it what he wants to do? More Oracles coming in. I just don't understand this Oracle play at all. Oh, shield battery picked off by the Lock-On ability. I'm telling you guys, Lock-On with Magfield is so good. Terran players get it. Terran players need to get that upgrade. At least the Lock-On's not being used against the Nexus. It'd do a ton of damage to it. Basically bring down, well, at this point, it could bring it down to like 500 HP, which is not good. Double Oracle trying to finish off. The other thing is there's a basic attack versus air units now that Cyclones have. It used to be if they didn't have a Lock-On available, they couldn't attack air units. Another basic attack attacks both air and ground. And the Lock-On can be used for both air and ground. They're very versatile. And I know I talked about this in one of the earlier podcasts. By the way, just search Falcon Paladin on your podcast app or on the internet. Cyclones are good, you guys. They are another Widowmine shot on the Oracles. This is fairly, I don't know if this is working for Zest. Army supply is 34 to 8 right now. No, I'd say it's not working. I'm not sure what the Oracle production was for here. For Zest, I really don't understand at all. But yeah, the bunkers are there, and that's your good game. Zest is defeated, and Innovation is your winner in just 6 minutes and 16 seconds. Look at this resources lost here. 3,600 for Zest, 1,400 for Innovation. That is just efficiency. Top tier, Innovation level efficiency in StarCraft 2. Whew, amazing stuff. So yeah, I was saying when they talked about the changes to the Cyclone, a lot of people were convinced they'd be bad. And I didn't see it. I just saw the ability to lock on to ground units. I saw a faster speed for better kiting. I saw the ability to attack air units even without lock on. And I said, I think Cyclones are going to be better, you guys. I really think the new Cyclone is good. And I think I'm right. I think I turned out to be correct on that one because I've seen Terran players use them in the early games so much. Especially against Protoss, especially against, well, not against other Terran players because that's all Reaper versus Reaper Fest, which is a whole nother ball game. But anyway, Cyclone, good. and Innovation has the 1-2 lead against his Protoss opponent, Zest. We'll see. Can Innovation pull this off? He loses game 1. Can he go win games 2, 3, and 4 to win this best of 5? I don't know. We'll have to see. But stick with me, and we'll figure this one out. Okay, guys, we got Zest here on Acid Plant. His back is against the wall. He needs to win to force a game 5, but Innovation's looked pretty good for the last couple of games. I think it's going to be a tall order. Bottom right is Zest. Top left is Innovation here on Acid Plant. And hey, I'm feeling another proxy, you guys. Feeling another proxy. Terrans are really, really liking proxy play. I'm not entirely sure if that's because they don't like late-game TVP at this point, or maybe it's just that they feel like Protoss is weak early game. One of those two things, or maybe a combination of both. I don't know, but here we go. Coming up, not a proxy. That is no closer, I don't think, to Zest's base than putting it here would be. But it really just makes Zest freak out. It makes Zest look for a proxy. If he can't see what inside the main base, he's going to be like, all right, what's going on? What is going on? Where am I? Who am I? What's my name? Where did I come from? And all sorts of other weird questions like that. So Protoss not doing anything different here, just one gate expanding, really setting up for that one gate into a Nexus. He just feels confident enough in his ability to do that. There's your double gas early, which just tells me it's going to be Cyclones for sure. Probe scouting around. Probe trying to see what's what, and what is there's not a barracks in your opponent's base. What are you going to do? The answer is scout around a bit. See if you can find it. And sometimes Terran players will just hide it inside the main too, right? Like, no big deal. Toss it in here. I guess part of what this does too is it makes the barracks not really available for probe harassment if the probe can't find it, right? It can't kill the SCB building. Anyway, Reaper's name is going to be Duke Nukem. Once an icon of 90s shooters, Duke Nukem languished in development hell, as Duke Nukem Forever took over a decade to release and received nothing but criticism upon its release. Duke then promised to make Duke Nukem Infinity, which would be anybody ever wanted from his games. The game took 234 years to release. It was somehow even worse than Forever. Holy smokes. And for this crime, the somehow immortal Duke Nukem was stuffed into a Reaper suit. Now Duke Nukem tries to use his out-of-date references to get out of the jaws of a Zergling. Oh yeah. Ah man, Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem 3D was kind of a revelation when it came out, as the probe goes down to Duke. One of the first 3D environment games. It had things like mirrors, it had things like destructible environmental stuff, like you could shoot the mirrors and they'd explode, break glass, shoot at walls, it would leave a mark, that kind of stuff. Good stuff. Duke Nukem Forever is the one thing I remember most. I never played it because I never bothered buying it, but I remember the review that I read said, at the very beginning of the game, Duke is in a hot tub with some ladies, and you can actually crouch in the hot tub and drown Duke Nukem in the very first scene of the game. And they said, we recommend you do that rather than play this. And I was like, dang, Duke Nukem? Gonna try to get... Oh, that's some brilliant micro. Not gonna happen. Reaper... Oh, Zealot shows up. Stalker here, too. This is some pretty good stuff out of Zest. I'm liking this. Delaying the expansion. Denying the Reaper attack on the other side. Oh, boy. This is going very, very well for Zest. This is exactly 100% what he needs to win this series and force a Game 5 at the very least. But then a Stalker shows up. Recalls home with the Stalker. The Zealot is trying to finish off the command center, but he's not going to get it. Not with Duke Nukem shooting him in the back, that's for sure. And I guess the Cyclone had something to do with it as well, but you don't know. You don't know me. Robotics facility in production here from the Protoss player. They switched their colors, and it's freaking me out. Red here, blue here. Zest has been red. Anyway, I don't know. Colors are hard, you guys. I know we learned them in kindergarten and really even sooner than that, but anyway, it's going to be a Cloak Banshee follow-up here from the Terran player. And a shield battery already done. Look at Duke Nukem. He's got 1 kill. He's doing pretty well for himself. You know what? I actually... Oh, Hallucinated Oracle. Just coming in for the scout. Instead of a Hallucinated Phoenix, Hallucinated Oracle. Very interesting, but it was not a Stargate opening. In fact, he's going to go for an Observer to deal with the Widow Mine pressure we're going to see. Likely going to see some Widow Mines here from the Terran player. That said, I don't know. It's more tanks this time. Tank Marine with a Cyclone, but we're not going crazy with Cyclones. What a switch up. What a switch up. Anyway, there were some earlier Duke Nukem games that were actually 2D side-scrollers that were pretty fun. A lot of different weapon varieties. He fought against aliens. And the music was pretty iconic. We used to play that shareware version because we were shareware kids growing up, which just was a way to play games, the demos of games for free. And then they would say, hey, if you want the whole darn thing, send us some money and we'll mail it to you, because that's how games worked back then. Anyway, Duke Nukem 1 and 2. I think they made 2 of them before 3D ever came out, which is pretty impressive. So he's got detection, right? I saw there was an observer somewhere on the field. 1, 2. Yep, there's one there. Where's the Banshee? Banshee didn't even bother cloaking. Did you get any kills at all? No. No kills at all. Here comes a nice push. Observer sees the whole darn thing, though. More SCVs getting pulled from Innovation. Are you serious right now? Is he just all-inning here again? He's down workers, but he's brought 5 or 6 of them to the front, which has not helped your income at all. That said, it's still 2 base to 2 base. Mules are still useful. Disruptor on the way from Zest. Oop, and Duke takes it to the head and explodes there. Oh, another disruptor shot. Oh my gosh. 3 SCVs go down. Submarines. Guardian Shield is here too. Oh, Zest is in a great position. The tanks are the problem, though. Picking off one of the sentries. Guardian Shield still helping double Banshee with Cloak up here right now. Tanks splashing all over these stalkers and setting up in range to take down an assimilator here too. This is just tanks, man. Tanks in the early game pressuring a Protoss is so hard. Bunker goes down. SCV building it goes down too. That's pretty good stuff. Trying to pick off the disruptors from distance are the Banshees, but stalker count is pretty good. Another tank shows up. He really needs disruptor fire to take down that tank is what he's got to do. Moving forward with the Zealots to absorb the shots. Another Purification Nova. Oh, it gets fizzled out as the disruptor dies. Tank does go down, but another stalker takes a shot to the head and is completely destroyed here. It is 34 to 13 army supply. Banshees fighting. Innovation just making this thing look, making it look good, making Terran look real good. Not splitting exceptionally well there. A couple of Marines go down. Cybernetics Core taking some shots there too. And yeah, this is looking really scary for Zest. 3 tanks. Cybernetics Core is down. No more Stalkers. No more Adepts. No more Sentries. This Cyclone has 6 kills and 1 hit point. Shelling the natural base entirely. No mining at all from the natural right now. Income discrepancy is growing for Innovation even as we speak. Tanks on the high ground. It's not even on the high ground. Just back here. Going for it, trying to pick off the Banshees, trying to pick off the tanks, but that's not enough, and good game. Innovation wins this thing in 3 games to 1. What an absolute boss Terran he is. Just disgustingly effective play there. Lost game 1, mind you. Lost game 1, and ends up winning 2, 3, and 4 to get a 3-1 best-of-5 victory against Zest, who is no slouch, you guys. Zest is a very excellent Protoss player, and the fact this does not work out for him at all is kind of insane. So, great job by Innovation. He gets the win. He's the hero of the day. Zest, unfortunately, only wins 1 game in the best-of-5. He'll not be moving on to future rounds in Homestory Cup. But yeah, this is a lot of what PvT is, Elk. This is so much of what PvT is aggressive play from Terrans against Protoss, and the Protoss being able to hold it or not. 6 kills on that Cyclone. Using lock-on. Look at this. Pew, pew, shooting little missiles out. Zealot coming up to kill him. He'll never get there, though. He'll never, ever get there. Meh. All right, so a bit of a shorter Sunday series for you, but it was a lot of games, and it was just, I think it was very instructive as to what PvT looks like right now. So hopefully that's enough. All right, that is going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2, Legacy of the Void, and your Sunday series. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.